Wilderness hunts are some of my favorite hunts to do. There's just something special about getting out there, being hundreds of miles from civilization, without anyone to rely on, besides yourself and maybe a couple of buddies. My favorite place to go in North America is without a doubt Alaska. That's where we're headed this week. We're going back to hunt with Lyle Becker with Skookum Guides. I've hunted moose and brown bear with Lyle's outfit in the past, and it's always been not only a blast, but a great hunt. These wilderness hunts, it's all about having the logistics right and having somebody that can get you in and out safe, and they've got a great hunting area. When you go hunt with Lyle, no question about it, Skookum Guides, they've got a great area and they know what they're doing.
Well, it looks like we are going to fly here in a little bit. They're saying around 11 o'clock. It's 10:45 now. We were hoping we were going to leave at 8 this morning, but the weather between here and there is pretty rough. So they're actually going to put us on a plane, fly us to Fort Yukon. We're going to stage there and then get on another plane to go out to where the guys are. So we're just being patient. We're on Alaska time.
Well, once you get to Alaska, one thing is for sure, nothing fast happens in Alaska, especially when you're dealing with weather. Getting from your home to your final destination to where you're going to hunt is a big part of what people have to go through when they go to Alaska. You just don't realize how far you're going and how remote it actually is.
Got all our stuff, which is good. Our pilot was telling us there's another plane coming to pick us up to take us out to where Lyle is, but he said he'll get here when he gets here, so we don't have any idea of schedule or anything. We're supposed to get our gear over to that Connex and wait. I really don't know what we're doing. We'll see. We're on Alaska time, that's all I can tell you.
On each flight, when the planes are getting smaller, you know you're getting close. At the same time, once it gets down to bush flying, your schedule gets a little bit loose. You never know what the weather's going to do. You never know what the schedules have been or if the pilots are backed up. You've just got to be patient sometimes. A lot of times, being patient and waiting around becomes part of the process. Once you're on that last flight and you're headed into the wilderness, all that stress and anxiety, it just goes away. And now you're about to go on an adventure of a lifetime.
Got our tent ready to go. We're going to stay here tonight. This is where the plane dropped us off. And in theory, weather permitting and all their logistics, they still have a little more flying to do to get the last hunter's moose meat and stuff out. If that all works out, we're going to float in the morning and head down to the area we're going to hunt. And then I think we're going to stage up there for a few days. He's got a spot he's really wanting to go and spend time at. So we're just going with the flow. I'm going to go shoot my rifle. Flown a long way, a lot of different flights. So I've got my Savage Model 110. This is the Impulse straight pull bolt with a proof research barrel. Very cool gun. Shooting 300 Win Mag, which is plenty of gun. We're going to go check it, make sure we're good, and then wait in game till we can start floating tomorrow.
On this hunt, I'm using my Savage Impulse, my Mountain Hunter, and this gun is flat out awesome. With this proof research barrel on it, it lightens that Impulse up just enough so it works perfect for these hunts if I've got to do a bunch of walking. The straight pull action, well, it's fast. And this rifle is super accurate. One of my absolute favorite guns, and for these wilderness hunts, it's perfect. I just used this same rifle on my hunt in British Columbia for my moose and mountain goat, and it's an absolute tack driver, made 2 really long shots. Don't have to worry about this equipment, and that's why I shoot Savage rifles.
I think we're ready to go moose hunting. I can't wait for tomorrow. Maybe we can duplicate like last time we hunted with Lyle. We killed our bull on the first day. Maybe we can do that again.
This is a float trip, which means we're headed downriver and we're probably going to get wet. Well, I know we're going to get wet at some point. Rain gear is super important for hunts like this, which is why I wear my Magellan Pro gear all the time, because I know I can count on it keeping me dry. Basically, our plan for today is to float down the river, put some miles on, call every now and then from the boat, and occasionally get out to do some glassing. What we're really trying to do is get to a location that Lyle knows well, and he traditionally finds big moose there, and we're going to set up camp and stay for a few days. A lot of times on these float trips, guys will float, and it's actually the wrong strategy. Get to a good spot, find some good sign, and stay on it for a few days. Eventually, these moose are going to come through.
Well, this is where we're gonna spend a lot of our time, I think. Over the years, I guess, killed a lot of moose here, so he wants to spend a number of days camped here. And this hill comes pretty close to the river, and he said you hike up there and they glass all this country around here, and basically you find a moose and go get it. So they should be coming to call anytime, I would think. So it's got to be getting good. I'm just excited to start hunting. I'm really excited because this is going to be an excellent meal. We got some, I brought it all the way from Texas. Got some J.O. spice seasoning. He's got the all-purpose seasoning over there for the fish. Going to be very, very good.
It's gonna be good.
It's going to be real good. It's going to be good. Lyle cannot cook this fast enough.
Now that we've established our base camp, our plan is to get up high where we can see really good and glass every day. Every morning we'll wake up, climb to the top of that strategic hill, glass all day until we find that big bull. On a hunt like this, your optics are super important because you're going to spend most of your time glassing. I've got my Bushnell Fusion X binoculars. It's great glass, great light gathering capabilities, and I've got built-in rangefinder on this set, which makes it so easy, and I've only got to carry one piece of equipment. I can get my yardage fast because you never know when it's going to happen, and when you get that split-second opportunity, you've got to be able to make that shot.
There's a creek that comes in out of this valley behind us, and there's a big pocket of willows where there's an edge between tundra willows and spruce trees there. I see a fair amount of moose over time work that edge, so that's a good place to focus on. And then kind of on the
Is that stuff too tall, or can you actually see a moose out in that gray stuff?
you can't see a moose in the gray stuff, but just beyond it, that's open tundra.
Okay.
And so you definitely see moose there. And then just on this side of that gray stuff, that ocean of dead willows, the spruce are thin enough there that if there's a bull walking through, you'll see him. But then we've got a pinch point here kind of between the hill and the river. So it's kind of a funnel where they'll get pinched down to this little travel corridor. And then across the river, that pocket of willows, the edge between the willows and the spruce, and then again the edge between the spruce and the tundra. Those are all good travel routes.
We're just looking for 2 sheets of plywood.
That's right. We're looking for 2 white flags.
How long have these bulls been rubbed out? A couple weeks?
No, a little more than that, actually. I don't know that answer perfectly, but certainly by the end of August, they're...
Really?
Yeah.
So it's that much different from where I was in BC to here then?
Must be, yeah.
Because it's probably been... It's been about 13, 14 days since I killed that bull, and he was still in velvet. He was ready to rub out because when we packed him out on the horses, the velvet got tore all the hell off of him. Like he was ready to rub.
I'll be darned. Now, by September 1st, end of August, September 1st, most of them are, the blood supply of their velvet's pretty well dried up, and they're getting rid of it.
Well, we popped up on this hill Lyle gave us kind of the layout of what we're going to be doing for a couple of days. Losing light now, but you can definitely see plenty from up here eventually. You sure would think a bull is going to show himself from somewhere up here. So at least that's the plan. We'll be back up here in the morning, and hopefully we find a bull that's got his eyes rolled back in his head and he's really excited about girls. We got up here real early this morning, same lookout point. This is day 3 of sitting on this extremely exciting hill and glassing. We haven't seen a moose yet. I mean, it looks like the right kind of spot for one. We just haven't put our eyes on one yet. We're hoping this morning. It's pretty cold this morning. had a little frost. I mean, it's the 19th of September. They should be rutting. It's time. Every day should be getting better and better. I don't know. We gotta have one come through this little pinch point here that we're looking down on. We'll be in the game if one does. I know Lyle was saying over the years they sure have had a lot of good moose hunts right here, so they're just kind of expecting it to happen here, I think. Hopefully sooner than later.
These hunts take time. Normally they're 10 to 12 days. On this hunt, we've already put 3 days in on this hill. We haven't seen anything. And yeah, it can get boring at times. That's just how this type of hunt is. But it all can happen in a split second. And when the rut's coming, you know these bulls are going to start cruising. You know they're going to start coming to the call. It is just a matter of time. Patience, patience, and more patience will get you a big bull.
Did you hear that? Yeah. Hey, I hear one down here somewhere. I don't see it. I'm here. There's a bull grunting down here, I'm pretty sure. You sure she did? Well, it's either that or the river popping, but we both heard it this last time.
I think it's a grunt too.
Hey, there he is right there, Moose. See the two trees right here? See his antlers coming through the trees right there?
Yes.
I gotta get my rifle. I just gotta grab my rifle.
Yeah, go ahead and put one in the chamber. Be careful, he could be close. Do you see him?
No, I don't. But the sun's so bad, it's hard to see.
There, did you hear him?
Oh yeah, but he needs to call.
Yeah.
We don't want him to go through that pinch point. He needs a turn.
He should be over there, he should call. There he is, Mike, right there. Right there, he's coming this way. He's working around this way.
Well, he looks pretty good. That tree splitting his
He's
rack in
stuck right
half.
behind that tree.
Yeah, I can't see it. Hey, the one side only has 3 on the front. I can't see the other side.
Yeah, I see that. So I can't tell his other side either. Don't shoot until I tell you.
No, I'm not. I'm just getting ready.
There.
I mean, Mike, he looks like he's closer to 60 than 50.
Yeah, I think so.
But see those tines on the outside? They kind of flare out.
Yeah, they definitely help. He doesn't have 4 brow tines, but
You call it. I'm not involved. You call it. I own him. If you tell me to shoot him, I got him.
I need one more good look at him. Yeah. Yep. All right, yep. When you get a good shot, go ahead. You want me to stop him?
Here we go. Yardage?
225, 221, 221.
Here we go. Here we go. Is he going down?
Yep, he's going down, he's going down.
He's down.
Yep, that's it right there.
Boom.
Nice job, Mike.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Woo. Heck yeah.
Good bull.
Yeah, man.
Job.
Oh.
Good bull.
Holy cow. Dude, I knew I heard
That's it.
something up there. God. And I'm the guy that never hears anything right. I was sitting there talking to Steve. I'm like, "Do you hear that bull?" And he said, "No." And I'm like, "Dang, I'm losing my mind." I heard it again. I'm like, "Did you hear that?" He said, "No." But he was over there eating his breakfast out of that mountain house. And then we both heard it at the same time. He looked at me and I heard that. And I'm like, "He's got to be a bull." And then I told you, I was like, "Listen." And it was a few minutes, and then I was like,
I saw him before I heard him.
yeah, well, then he popped out. I think he was way out there when we first heard him.
Yep.
Heck yeah, man.
Yep.
Day 3,
Yep.
Skookum guides, right?
Yep. Yep. Alaska Skookum.
Alaska Skookum. Lyle Becker, second moose hunt with him, second moose down.
Right.
Lyle's in camp. I'm not sure. Well, he's probably up now because that was pretty loud.
That was pretty loud.
There is absolutely no better feeling than walking up on a giant Alaska moose. These moose, there's just nothing to really compare them to. The Alaska Yukon moose, they're just enormous. Just killing the legal minimum in Alaska is a big moose in most of North America. This one is going to be one of my biggest to date. there we go. 61-inch bull, not bad. Second hunt with Lyle, and we have our second moose.
That's right. They keep getting bigger, so I don't know where you're going to stop. But
Did you get one bigger than Bossman?
shut your ever
I didn't see the other one.
Shut up your face.
I promise it's not this big. This is what we were looking at. Then we were looking out here. I was like, man, those tines flare out pretty wide. These are really good. Big moose down. We're in Alaska. Day 3 of our, real day 3 of hunting, but the 4th day of the hunt. First real frosty morning. First time we heard a bull grunt. First moose we saw, and he'd be dead.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Well done.
Appreciate it. Good calling.
Good job. Mike,
Hey, thank you.
Appreciate the breakfast, too. I was eating while
You heard this thing.
Yeah, we're going to have to fire that up again.
Yeah, no good, right? Next hunt, just have breakfast and kill one.
That's right.
That's right.
Now you know how to do it. I'm glad we could teach you. That perspective probably shows you how big he is. I mean,
If he does nose down, probably not.
yeah, okay. I got it. What an amazing trip here in Alaska. Any hunt can change in an instant, and this hunt is a perfect example of that. We spent 3 days on this hill, glassing like crazy and calling, and didn't see anything. And then all of a sudden, first thing in the morning, we do some calling, we get a response, look out there, and here comes 2 sheets of plywood through the timber. You could see that moose's big rat coming, and we knew this was gonna happen. We knew we were gonna get an opportunity. And that's why when you go with a great outfitter, don't guide the guide. Listen to what they're telling you. They know their area, and they want to see you be successful just as much as you want to get one. I promise. I'm an outfitter and guide too, and I know the feeling. These hunts are always an awesome adventure, and you'll never forget them. If you're wanting to book a great moose hunt in Alaska, give Lyle and Skookum Guides a call. I know one thing's for sure, he can put you on a great bull. I hope it won't be long, and I'll be back in Alaska chasing moose again.